The fiancé girl that took her fiancé, the man, traveled for holiday abroad. In order for him not to spend the 7 million naira for rent, for him to control himself, he sent the 7 million naira to his fiance's account
For him
so
to
that it
control
can be
himself.
saved. This woman of iniquity, woman of doom, woman of calamity and no sin, woman of woman of no value, a woman of doom and a destroyer.
A woman that lack common sense. A woman that has never worked for 5 million naira in her life.
A woman that has never
virtuous woman.
No. A woman
Proverbs 31.
A woman of calamity. A woman of no virtuousness. A woman of destroyer financially. I am basing the language because this woman is a wicked woman, worse than a witch. You carry the money that you're supposed to use to give you shelter. Later they will say men are not good. Give you shelter. You carry 5 million to go and give a fellow man.
A fellow man that has that.
You say you're going to sow a seed. Seed of faith.
But you're not
with
you're not the one that bought the seed.
Yeah. Oh, master. May I speak in tongues? Madam, may I be say, Oga fiancé, you gotta sue this woman.
But I won't be telling you.
Because there's evidence that he gave her the money for rent, so he can sue her. Misappropriation of
seed. So common sense sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, look, here's my take. First of all, introduction, okay? So this guy, he says that so that he will not spend the money or something. He wants, to, maybe he doesn't trust himself. This is part of what we're saying.
You attempted to spend more than this. It's a sense of responsibility.
Yeah, people need to get. People need to be enlightened about some of these things. People need to not trust only one source for information. If you have 7 million naira and you think you're gonna be going on vacay in the next 1 year, there are several ways to save that money. They have, a certificate of deposit in bank. They have accounts that will limit your withdrawal.
Yeah, very true.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So the bank, your bank has a lot of options for you, that there are accounts you can deposit that money into that restricts your withdrawal, that restricts you from withdrawing that money market, CDs, all these things are available. You don't have to ship that money across the Atlantic to some girl in Nigeria. Anyways, we're way past that. He did not do that. Now, this girl takes this money on the word of the man of God, quote unquote. She turns around and she sows that seed. You know what they tell them? I've been in. Oh no. I've been in services where they tell you sow your mortgage, sow your with your credit card.
Sow your mortgage.
Yeah. Yes. I've been live. I've been there. Yes, ma'am. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Yeah. I am as serious as a heart attack. I've been there where they tell you to sow your mortgage. They tell you if you have a seed money that you even loans that you've collected for businesses, you want to do a startup. They tell you to sow it because God will multiply in 100-fold or some shit like that. They're like, oh, it's not going to be enough for you anyway.
Now, Toby.
So.
Let me not disrupt.
Let Toby will not.
So if that girl, let me tell you, aside from the fact that she's lost, she's a goner. She is lost in the line of indoctrination. Mm-hmm. At the back of her mind, she believes that money is going to be double, triple, quadruple. She believes it. Hallelujah. So we have turned God into Las Vegas. We have turned God into whatever, like a gambler, so you give him this money, he will turn it around and then he will flip it for you, he will double it for you. So it's, she's not giving because she loves God. No, she is giving, number one, on the word of the pastor, and then number two, because she believes somewhere at the back of her mind that God will triple, double, quadruple that money for her in due
Hallelujah.
time. It is nonsense. It is crazy. It is
Hey, holy
insane.
lottery.
And that guy
Sorry,
needs to be
excuse
throwing
my
out.
brother. Holy lottery. Holy lottery. We agree. Yan
Yeah.
Soto. Hey, Toby, because we were
So
talking about
if you
that.
talk to if you talk to all of our sorry, okay, you go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As we were talking about that whole part of where you heard that they told people to sow their
So
business money
mortgage.
or sow their mortgage, something came to my mind. Now, these same foolish people that are going to such churches, they did not read the part of the Bible of the 10 talents, where their Jesus Christ said it for proverb. The one that they gave one talent that went to go and bury it. They took it away from him and gave it to the one that had invested this money.
They say
Common sense.
Yes.
Common sense. They did not read that part.
How can you use your rent money to
Yeah.
source? The money is not even from you, self. It's your man, another
Yeah.
person's money. Forget the fact that this is your fiance or whatever, another person's money.
Amaka, you're saying that what's wrong with him?
So guys, have you
Would be sarcastic.
Sorry, Toby, carry on.
sorry, is that sarcasm, or wait, what's wrong with him trusting his girl with the zombie?
I don't know if it's sarcasm.
I don't even understand. I'm not waiting the talk. I don't understand what you talk.
Because
Are you being sarcastic? I don't even understand what in the comment means.
maybe not sarcasm.
And because there's zombie of the girl. No, the man is not wrong for trusting the girl.
No.
The girl is stupid.
Fiance not be
The fiance is stupid for breaking that trust. It's like, forget the fact that she went to go associate in church. It's like taking the money to another man.
Yeah.
Because who is your owner of the church? It's not a man.
He's a man.
He's a man. He said you're going to sow seed. Sow seed where?
That woman.
How can you sow a seed
that
and
kind
you
of
not
a
buy?
woman? That's how she will carry the feeding allowance in the home. Say she's going to plant a tree in the household of God to reap the fruit to multiply.
Guys, we have heard of stories of investors, people who deposited funds in the hands of all these financial places where they promise you crazy returns. And then these guys, I'm not going to mention the name of this particular church. What this church does is that they put the highest givers in the church on a pedestal. So they call you forward. They say they give you a plaque. They say, oh, the number one giver for the year, the award goes to drum roll, yo. And then they bring you forward, and then you march majestically forward to the platform. You shake hands with the man of God. They give you a plaque and they celebrate you. All of those things are done today. They do it. So now you're sitting there in that audience. You're like, man, one day that's going to be me. So what they do is that statistics have shown in that church that people steal. They steal because they want to be that person that they're going to call to the platform, put on a pedestal to be awarded for being the number one giver in the church. There was this particular guy in Port Harcourt. He was taking money from investors, right? He was a member of that church. And so he took all of that money, he gave it to the church. The money that investors put under his care, and he has promised them returns. He turned around, he took all of this money and he gave it to the church. So now the video is online, pictures are online, where he was being awarded with a plaque by the man of God in the church for being the number one giver. But guess what? After a while, he could not meet up with his fiduciary obligations no more. He fled. His investors are now looking for him. They call it EFCC. They're dragging his ass all over his place. And then the next thing they did was in Port Harcourt. It happened. So they carried they did a banner. They put the name of the church there, the name of the pastor, the picture of the guy, and they're like, please, all we are saying, give us our money. You know that song now, So and the church and the church can't do nothing. They're like, no, he gave it. We cannot return it. We cannot return the money. It was a seed. It was an offering. And he gave it. And these churches, they've covered their tracks. They have their legal team. It doesn't matter what you're bringing. They're ready for you. Oh, yeah. So this is an example of what we're saying. Where this girl takes how about if she has invested 5 million? I will even be satisfied if she has invested the 5 million in some fixed deposit account.
The money was for rent.
It was for rent.
No, and I agree. Why not? Okay, just don't do anything, right? Do as you agree with your partner. Put the money, keep the
That's
money in the
the
account,
intention.
leave it there,
Yes.
don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
she thought the money can be quickly doubled if she sowed the seed in the church. So these stories are the same. There's a common theme, guys, amongst all of these stories. People losing their minds on the words of a man that claims to stand in the place of God and he controls. You have abdicated the love and respect for yourself, for your family, and you have ceded all of that to a man like yourself who claims to be in the place of God. You give out your family property, your family land, your family houses, your mortgage, your bank account for what? For what? So our people need to wake up to reality and realize that this religion thing, keep a little for yourself. Go to church, yeah. Pray, yeah, but just keep a little for yourself, a little piece of you, a little part of you. Don't just get lost. It is
mm-hmm.
really sad. It is really, really sad.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen businesses. I've seen people who started business. There are people who work in churches, and the church will remove the first fruit offering. They remove your tithe. They remove everything before they give you a paycheck, and before they
Ah,
give you the change. They claim,
Chineke.
yes, that that is abuse going on, and our government needs to look into that. We need to have government agencies that have oversight over these things. How can somebody work 30 days and then you decide for them? You are like, okay, I'm going to take out the first fruit, I'm going to take out the tithe, I'm going to take out the offering, and ever that you yet offering you're asking for, and then I'll give you the change. These people have
Please,
families, they have responsibilities, they
what,
have things to pay for. But
what
you unilaterally make that decision. If that is not abuse, I don't know what is.
is?
So a lot of times, like these things are usually it's usually what is called the zeal of a new convert, right? So you start going to this new church, this new environment. You are all wrapped up and swept up in the atmosphere, and you are willing to give your head if they ask you to do that. I remember one time when I was in college, right? I had my last money in the world, $200 I had in my wallet then. It was even in cash. Like I withdrawn it in case one devil wants to come and take it from my account. I had it in my hand. And I went to this program and the man of God was like, whatever is on you right now,
Ooh,
bring it. Bring it now. Don't think. He says, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think. Don't think about it. Whatever is on you, empty your wallet now. Omo, me, he said, and watch what God will do. I looked at 200. I
Praise
said,
the Lord, saints.
I said, I never buy grocery. I don't get grocery for house. So I don't get any. I say, I think the guy said me could not think. I just think. I march forward like this with my 2 feet.
You
I
so.
gave my last $200.
Please stop. You have a plan after you lost that money.
Omo, the Gary when I drink after that time.
You know why you give that $100? Because you get back up as Gary.
Of course, I have my siblings. I have my siblings to call if in case it didn't work.
Now, lie now. You 14.
Because if you think about it, and also the fact that they were also playing music in the background. All those
Oh yeah. Because in their church, the pastor tells them, if you don't pay your tithe, you're going to have a flat tire. So when you have that flat tire, remember it was the tithe that you were supposed to give that you didn't give. That's what you're going to go spend to fix that tire. I say, so over here in America, when I'm driving, I have an insurance policy. Sometimes you can have a policy that have roadside assistance, or you can have AAA that you can call. 24 hours of the day. I've been stuck on the mountains here in Southern California, and they came and rescued me. It was in the snow. They came. My friend Nigel was like, eh? I said, yeah. I said, so it's normal. You will have a flat tire. It's a normal thing. When you operate a vehicle, it's going to happen. It has nothing to do with your tithing, with your religion, or whatever. So I still want to say that some of these things are thriving because of the socioeconomic situation in the country. But I think as time goes on, things are going to improve. our people will begin to see things in a different way. Lastly, I would say that as an individual church goer or worshiper, keep a little of yourself for yourself. Keep a little part of yourself to yourself. Don't be all sold out. All these sold out for the Lord and sold out. Nah, lie. Nah, lie. Keep a little, be responsible to yourself. Be responsible to your partner or your family. Be a responsible human being. Live a good life. Be fulfilled. That's doing the Lord's work. I leave it there. Thank you, guys.
And together we say,
May common sense never depart from you. Bye.